Hello everybody, my name is Daniel St. Germain. This video is addressed to State Attorney Lowell, Massachusetts. RE case number 1811CR006700 and police misconduct. There are several videos on this channel being consolidated all in one. Now, amongst the other videos on here, in the 42-minute narrative and showing parts and portions of the live video before, during, and after police and the alleged crimes that I was arrested for and yanked out of my house illegally. Then comes, we know from the videos that it was shut off, and as a hand comes across, and the alleged victim is still screaming in the other room, so a police officer knew. Now it has come to my attention this evening through my emails previously sent when I went into my sent mails that Officer Antonia D'Angelo did on December 27th, 2018 at 9:06 p.m. without a warrant, without request, without informing me on my personal computer is to have access, or does, or have authority thereof, no matter where it is, to allow her to go in and send the video live. Now, she had sent that to herself and then later made the last affidavit that I contend it took her all night after everything to do this and make up this mess and cause me incarceration, mental anguish, stress, distress, criminal charges. She knows is a lie. And when that video was produced later, after my 20 days at Bridgewater State Prison, in the back, in a psychiatric unit, seeking and reviewing for the criminally insane, I went into court on or about January 16th. And counsel was appointed as standby, not representing me. He was presented a disc from a friend of mine on the outside prior to that bail hearing. And prior to that bail hearing was to be a competency hearing from the reviews that I was sent away for 20 days for. The court immediately found me competent without a hearing, apparently based on the facts of the filings in my records at that time for notice of appearance and other motions of striking 209A petition and so on. In any event, prior to going upstairs, me and counsel, I will withhold his name for this time, reviewed it, took in the time lapse for relevant issues to bring up in the bond hearing to show that I was not a threat, and also to strike the 209A order. 209A order was not implemented. That's a restraining order. It was not done. And then the bail was set only because, and the judge noted on the record, because I had a default on some traffic issues in East Brookfield, Massachusetts. That's the only reason for the bail. As collateral, he stated on the record, and transcriptions will show later. Now, and I am not a threat. Now, I told my public counsel or private counsel, whoever he was, and I will not say his name, when he said, "Can I show this to the state?" and I was locked up downstairs, I said, "No, they are not to see it outside my presence." I am not saying to the state attorney's office that you have reviewed this. I am not saying that she gave it to you. I am just putting out there in public forum, according to the 5th and 6th Amendments of the United States Constitution, all trials are public, and hearings, and every process with me, I am exercising my right. And this due process, fundamental fairness with equal protection under the law. I am on an illegal seizure from my body, and now I'm on an illegal seizure without a warrant from invading my computer and stealing my personal files and email. For preservational purposes, continuing on, we will see, and I will ask you in open court, if you have received this. Please do not cover your tracks, if so. If not, then be honest. But Officer D'Angelo, you have taken this, and I hope you haven't gone so far as to try to taint the prosecution, who has immunities under the 11th Amendment to a degree, but nobody's immune in their personal capacities. Only the court has absolute immunity when acting in their jurisdiction. I put this out because I stay honest, open, and present all facts and everything, not just here, but that's this entire channel with the people on it. I am no leader, but many look at me as such. And I teach them honesty and no secrets, love, kindness, understanding. And I do understand that Officer D'Angelo did start this without being crooked, but she did as it unfolded. And now there's nothing to do but move forward and correct these errors, and maybe some errors of other officers in the customs uses and policies within the Lowell Police Department, from the top down. I'm stating now on the record that I have been in this area for 5 years. I have never had any run-in with police. I do not drink. I do not do drugs. I have not committed crimes. And I suspect and I expect to have no trouble in the future, tomorrow or any other day henceforth, while the criminal proceeding is finished, thrown out, and then we begin the correction for the Lowell Police Department. From the superintendent on down to the 2 officers involved and whoever else was in this fiasco, all the way to the police department, who refused to tell me what I was charged with. I love you all, including the people involved in this. It's my wish that this had never happened, but it has, and the damage is incurred and continuing, and it shall be corrected. I love you all. Have a good evening.